speed! Go!
All right, let's see if this works. Is this working now? Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh my god. So the first 3 shows were great, and then we do this one, the 4th show, and everything, our glass house, our house of cards just falls, crashes to the ground. It was wonderful. I blame you, Chris Davis. You were on this cast, and god damn it. Anyway, guys, welcome to Cocktail Time Live, episode 4. Hopefully this will be okay now. So I'm with me tonight, as per usual, is Bob Webb. Say hello, Bob.
Hello.
And tonight, also for the first time on Cocktail Time? This is the first time on Cocktail Time? Were you on Cocktail Time again?
I've done it before.
One other episode.
What's more is Chris Davis. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Good. How's everybody's week?
Pretty good.
Didn't accomplish much of anything. I'm quite proud of that.
Very nice. Yeah, so you guys might notice there's some audio lag. We were using screen regions to get everybody in, but now we're doing direct feed cameras. The problem is that Bob very wisely chose the farthest server away from him that he possibly could, so that he's all delayed. So you'll just have to bear with us. It's okay. We have fair warning for when Bob's going to be talking, and then you have to stop
definitely do
at that point.
Yeah, at least the version, if you watch it on YouTube, it should be in sync.
Yeah, so it should be good. God, I'm hungover. This is not a good time for cocktail time. This is not. I went out. Actually, I didn't go out. Well, I did go out on Friday, by myself, and then I went to a party last night that was a candy themed party at a real chocolate factory.
So that would count as
that was last night, not Friday. So it was a fun soiree. They had this thing where they had this block of ice that was on this like a 40 but like a 30-degree angle, and the center of it was kind of hollowed out, and you'd put your face against one side of the hole, and they'd pour alcohol on the top of the ice, and then it would slide down the ice, become ultra chilled, and then go straight into your gullet.
Yeah,
it's very
cool.
Before. So, and they had a free taco truck. Sure.
A free taco truck. That's the best kind of taco truck.
Best kind of taco truck.
Usually, it can also be the most dangerous.
Yeah, it was quite good, and there was no ill effects today, thankfully. So we'll see.
Aside from the hangover.
So I have my hangover glasses on tonight. I'll just wear these. The glow of the computer screen is ghastly at this time. So. All right, so let's do our shot of the week, shot of the show. What do you guys think?
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
So, Bob, you said you had something special.
Of course, I'm working my way through the worst fucking shots.
Right.
Tara she's already started to gag over here next to me, getting ready for this preparation. Yeah, just the thought of it. But let's see if I can start pulling out ingredients. So this is a shot called the Smoker's
And for those who are new here to Cocktail Time, every week he's had to actually rearrange the camera to show off how he's actually making these things.
So since Tara got me started with this big ass shot glass, I'm gonna continue with that so you can see. It's better for getting a nice visual. But the Smoker's Cough consists of Jaeger, which is nice and chilled.
As it should be. Chris is already unimpressed.
No. Just no.
Mayonnaise.
Did you just say mayonnaise?
He did say mayonnaise.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah. Is that it? It's 2 parts. 2 parts.
It's just two parts. Yeah.
And it's good.
So last week we had the hot Mexican hooker, which was tequila, hot sauce, and tuna water from a canned tuna. which I think was pretty
Yeah.
fucking bad on the scales of like shit that I've
Right.
drank. Tara, honestly I don't think this is gonna be too bad, but Tara is just she's over here gagging just at the thought
If
of
you're
it.
not a mayonnaise person, this reminds me. I wanted to do a commercial for mayonnaise at one point. It was just this guy with a big thing of mayonnaise, and he had a giant wooden spoon, and he's pulling out like wooden spoonfuls of mayonnaise and shoving it into his mouth, and just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Mayonnaise! Mayonnaise!" And then scooping more mayonnaise into his mouth and screaming at the top of his lungs, "Mayonnaise!" And it's like coming out with his drool and spit all over the place until it gets to a fevered pitch. And he's just like, "Mayonnaise!" And then the screen goes blank, and then just the word comes up and it goes, "Mayonnaise."
I can see why you aren't
It's a
marketing.
commercial.
Yeah.
It's a commercial for mayonnaise.
So I just poured it. I have
Oh.
inserted.
That looks so disgusting.
It's a squeeze bottle of mayonnaise, so it all came out like little.
It looks like
Oh, look at that!
I've stumbled
Oh,
on this internet
it's like-
video before.
so it either looks like tapeworms or like you ever see those bukkake thing where they have like 8 guys jerk off into a cup of coffee? Yeah, it
Oh
looks
yeah,
like the.
it's
You've seen that, right, Chris? Right,
I
your kind of thing.
I don't click on YouTube videos from y'all. You can't be
You
trusted.
can't find that on YouTube. That's a tubes galore type of video, or X videos.
yeah. You're gonna have to.
On-
So this thing's ready. I got it onto the side here, but it's cold, so I want to do it as quickly as possible. This mayonnaise is gonna get warm, and that's gonna be fucking
Yeah, so
nasty.
look-
So quickly, shots of the show.
You go. Right.
Oh god,
You
it's
go
starting
first.
to mix. Uh,
You should let Tara drink it.
I've lost it.
Come on. You're the one who wanted us to hurry. You're the one who wanted.
High Res Studio, I guess. The guys that behind Tribes Ascend, because I've just been playing the shit out of that this week. It's a fucking awesome game. I'm glad they were able to capture the feeling of the
Right.
original. So this
Okay.
goes to them. This glass full of Jaeger
Right.
and mayonnaise.
Okay. Chris Davis, your toast of the show.
I don't really have a shot. I just got a screwdriver here. It's a 4060.
All right, take a big gulp. A big gulp is well. God, it looks like
Uh,
tape. It looks like tapeworm. It looks like that. It looks like that
Where's
came out of a
Alright.
dog's ass.
This is the. I need a. In case I
Right.
vomit, just kind of keep that right there.
Okay.
Let me move my mic out of the way so I don't vomit all over that.
So you have to smell that the entire show. That would be unfortunate for you. Chris Davis, what was your toast of the show?
I think I'll do my toast to DayZ because I've been addicted to Battlefield 3 for the past 3 weeks, and I don't see me going back to Call of Duty anytime soon.
You and me have had conversations about the two of those things. So I'm glad you're starting to come my way.
I want to play something different, and I'm getting it in Battlefield 3.
Yeah, fantastic. I have just this little shot of vodka. My toast of the show involves a very long, convoluted story about my childhood. When I was a small boy, at least 3.
Fuck you!
I remember when I first laid my eyes upon Jennifer and her little short shorts. Why, quite the lass she was. That
God
story
damn it.
reminds me of another
This
story.
thing's not getting any better. It's gonna be. Oh, it's starting to mix now.
Shaking it.
It looks so awesome when you
It's that-
shake it, though.
it's-
Look at that.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Just-
It looks like
Jell-O.
noodles. Like noodles.
It does. It's like
You know what you
udon.
do, Bob? See, the thing is that it's smooth. So you don't even, like, the mayonnaise never has to touch your lips. Just open
That's exactly
open your
what I'm
throat
hoping.
and put it on back. So
All right, let's
okay,
do
my
this quick.
my toast is going to be to Rockstar. I'm really looking forward to Max Payne on Tuesday. I have a feeling we're all going to be. I don't think anyone's really worried anymore, but I think we're also going to be pleasantly surprised at what a great installment this is going to be. So it's a Rockstar. Are we ready, or should we talk some more, Bob?
No,
I
let's
bet it's
fucking
really
do this.
I bet it's really warm there too. Like I bet it's like
It's starting to warm up. More
yeah,
mayonnaise.
if you hold it with your whole hand. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh god.
It didn't even touch my mouth.
Yeah, I
Like,
figured you could
it's-
just.
That was
would- yeah,
nothing.
I figured that would be okay.
Mm.
I
You
figured
should
that
make her one.
Yeah.
Here, you want one?
Come on.
No, you don't want one?
That'll be a man. Be
Oh,
a
man.
man, for God's sakes.
She's already gagging. She doesn't even need me to
So
make
she
her
doesn't
one.
like mayonnaise at all.
Oh, well, not in Jägermeister. I mean, she would gag if I just gave her Jaeger.
Oh, really? So it's more of the Jägermeister, not the mayonnaise.
Prob-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was presuming it was the mayonnaise was the most horrible thing.
I think the mayonnaise is is definitely not an improvement to it.
Yeah. If you wanted to
Say
make
that.
Jägermeister better for someone who doesn't like Jägermeister, putting mayonnaise in it is not
No.
is not the cherry on the.
That's inadvisable if you want to make.
Oh,
make
you
it more
don't like
palatable for those-
Jägermeister? Well, how about some Jägermeister with mayonnaise on it? I mean, that could wet your whistle. And
I've never known of a scenario in which Jägermeister can be made to taste good. So
I like Jaeger. I like it.
It's pretty good. I actually like it. So that's why that
Yeah,
shot wasn't. That
I
bad
actually
for
like
me.
Jägermeister. I don't like doing shots of Jägermeister because I actually enjoy the flavor of it. I like nursing a Jägermeister. Yeah,
It's tasty.
it is.
It's medicine.
It is Daddy's medicine. We used to call Jägermeister the blood of Satan, because normal alcohol sort of takes away your inhibitions. Jägermeister takes away your inhibitions and then hands you a whole new personality. I was first introduced to Jägermeister by the Pensmen. I think I've told you this story, Bob. The Pensmen, who are the Leathermen of Pennsylvania. So
I don't think I've heard.
no,
this
when I
story.
met I became friends with the Pensmen, the Leathermen of Pennsylvania. So this guy James, who I was friends with in Pennsylvania, I lived in York, like South Central Pennsylvania, for a few years. His boss was like the husband of one of the Pensmen. So these are like gay Leathermen, like the Leathermen, like Blue Oyster Police Academy, sort of.
Right. Yeah.
So we were
that kind
invited to one of their parties. So me and James go. We drive to Harrisburg, and the party was at this gay bar called Strawberries. So we walk in, and it's like there's this huge like buff guy, just muscles rippling, with the Leatherman cap on, and the link chain on the chest with the straps that come up, and the leather pants, and he's very intimidating looking. So we go up, and we're just gonna be like, sir, can we get a couple of cocktails or something like that? And we're feeling very intimidated. And we walk up, and he's like, "Aren't you guys adorable? What can I get you?" And we're like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay." And they loved us because, we were 10 years, 12 years younger, and 5 points prettier. And they used to fawn all over us. They would bring out trays of Jägermeister. And then they had these booths in the back where they would be they're polishing each other's boots, because that's something they like to do, is polishing of the boots. And then we once went to one of their house parties, and it was in the basement, and there was a kiddie pool in the basement that had like dancing fish and stuff on it, and that's where they would piss on each other.
I was expecting something else, but yeah sure.
So
that works too.
But they gave me a friendship pin. They actually pinned it on my crotch. At one point, I still
You
have
still
it. It's on my
have it?
leather jacket to this day. They were very nice
Nice.
guys. They were very, very cool, very fun to party with. So they used to start their bar night at the gay bar called Strawberries, and then they would go to a dance club next door that was called Stallions.
See, gay bars have the
best-
best fucking names.
best
They're
names.
just the best names
Yeah.
out of all of them. Like they're
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
You just can't get away with that having it in a regular bar, but have a gay bar, you can do whatever the fuck you want. It could be the Golden Unicorn.
Oh yeah.
Who cares?
I would fucking go drink at
Yeah.
the Golden Unicorn.
Fuck
I'd
yeah.
wear my unicorn T-shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was that? Oh, those are my Jägermeister story. That's Jägermeister.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I heard this is a video game podcast,
something
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
Right.
show thing, some kind of thing. So, what have you guys been playing? Hey,
Stuff. Lots
So,
of stuff.
Chris, I'm interested in this whole Battlefield 3 because you were Mr. Call of Duty. Like That's what you played. I used to
Yeah.
see you playing it. And then we've had discussions about the difference between Call of Duty and Battlefield 3. We had actually a big discussion last week, so we don't have to go too far into it. But a COD player coming to Battlefield 3, like what do you notice as like sort of the big standout changes from one game to the other, and maybe the communities and all that kind of stuff? Like what really stands out to you, and that really has hooked like got its talons into you?
Uh, I just kind of find it a little bit more satisfying than Call of Duty. Uh, that alone, I think one of the main draws that brought me into it. There's a guy on YouTube. He's got a great series
Is it
called
Rival X Factor?
No.
Oh fuck!
Though I did watch a couple of his videos.
Yeah, I
But
talked about.
no, his name is Burger Paul, I think.
Mhm.
I think he's Icelandic, but I'm probably getting that wrong. But he just does some fucking funny shit in Battlefield. I
Okay.
mean, it seems like he was the originator of the kamikaze jeep.
Oh, okay, with the C4 and whatnot.
Oh yeah, just he loves C4 and he pulls off all this great shit.
Mhm.
And seeing videos like that, it kind of brought me back into it because I got burned out on Battlefield because of the alpha and beta. I played both of them.
So, is this the guy that did the video where he parks a tank right underneath an tower, an aerial tower, and he puts C4 along all the bottom parts of the tower and blows it up as someone comes and grabs into the tank, and the tower falls over and lands right on the tank and kills all them?
Uh,
Is that the same guy?
no, I don't think so, but I want to see that video.
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Battlefield 3.
Right. Well, yeah, I mainly YouTube videos like that kind of brought me back to playing it, and I just really haven't wanted to go back. I've been having so much fun. I've been playing for about 3 weeks now. I'm a level 37, I think, as of today. And I'm having a blast with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is a good time for you to get in. It's double XP weekend.
Absolutely. I've been leveling up my recon and support classes like mad.
Yeah. Well, with support, if you get into like a big kind of Zerg rush and you start putting down supply crates, I mean, you can rack up like tons of points in no time at all. You know?
I just discovered today the Dow 12. It's known in other games as the Striker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I am the destroyer of worlds with that weapon.
You are the destroyer of worlds, Chris Davis. When I look at you, I think destroyer of worlds.
No, I was playing, for example, I was playing CN Crossing today, and there was a group of like 5 or 6 guys just hanging out in this one building, on all 3 floors.
Mhm.
And I just went in, and by the time I emptied the clip, about 5 of them were dead, and one of them was crawling on the ground desperate.
Right.
Yeah, those moments are really
They
satisfying.
really are. But the best part are the melee kills, the takedowns.
Oh, those are really visceral.
So fucking satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, you not only do you stick your knife into him, you grab him, make him look you in the eye, and as he's about to say, "Mama," bam! Take the knife, take your dog tags. So satisfying.
Yeah. It's very cool. Bob, we got to get you playing some Battlefield. We have a Chris, we have a what the fuck do you call it? A platoon? A 4-player wrecking crew platoon? You should join up.
Yeah, I joined it, and I actually played with a Danger Locker today.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was playing with Danger Locker and locked username like all weekend here and there. So it's really cool if you find like a good stable squad of guys to play with that communicate and all that kind of stuff. You can just wreck things. Like one squad that communicates well can just wreck things.
Absolutely.
It's really nice. Really cool.
I will try it sometime.
You should play, Bob. So what have you been playing, Bob? You guys were going to talk about Sniper Elite.
Yeah, though I can go into something that's very similar to Battlefield 3. Tribes
Aha!
Descent, which is very similar leveling up system. It's been getting a lot of news and hype recently. A lot of people have been playing it. But just recently I've gotten into and playing it a lot to Tara's discontentment. But it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. They really blended the whole free-to-play aspect with wanting to spend money on the game, and you don't have to. You can just play the game as much as you want. It's a lot of stuff to to do in that game. Just in the free, I don't think there's anything you can do in the game in premium mode. If you actually spend money versus free, like the game is entirely open. So there's no advantage other than that you can buy items quicker and buy boost, XP boosts and whatnot. But other than that, there's really if you play the game and you're dedicated to it, you can easily just compete with anybody on the game. As well as it's such a skill-based game, and it's got a pretty quick learning curve that anybody can be competitive day one. So it's not like you get in there and these people have all these really high level shit that you're just going to get your ass kicked. That's not the case. And it's such a different variety of gameplay types that you can do aside from just the standard deathmatch or team deathmatch. You can go and do more supportive roles in capture and defend. You can do either more supportive roles as well as in CTF. So you can actually do a lot of these. A lot of really great things to help your team that's not directly associated with trying to kill people, which is usually what experience and spending time or money on it is going to net you. It's going to be you're either going to be harder to kill or you're going to be able to kill people faster because you can actually upgrade your loadout, modify which weapons you have, as well as there's a set of perks, 2 different perks you can equip for each class. It's great. It's a really, really fun, really in-depth system that it lends itself incredibly well to tribes because the original Star Siege tribes. Let's see why you just call it tribes now. The original game was pretty complex. Like it allowed you to have at least, I think, you had 3 different chassis you could use. You had the light armor, you had the medium armor, and you had the heavy armor. But the amount of weapons you could choose was just insane. Like they were restricted by chassis type. So if you were medium and heavy, you could use the huge mortars, but if you were light, you couldn't. Just kind of that stuff. But in that game itself, it was just a kind of a little bit overwhelming. So like you didn't really know like, oh, which weapon should I be using? They were all available immediately from the get-go. But with Tribes Ascend, you're able to kind of have this default loadout, which they did have in original Tribes, but it allowed you to kind of go through and look at the weapons and go, oh, well, actually, maybe I want to grab this primary or the secondary weapon because I feel like I need to do, a little more damage or do a little more, get a little more survivability. Like I feel like I'm really bad at close range, but I'm good at far away. But I need a secondary weapon that's going to make up for that fact. So there's a lot of things you can do to pour time into investing in your getting experience to invest in your character. Depending on which character you do, there's actually a huge variety of classes now. I think there's somewhere around like 6 or 8, and they they also do deals. Like if you do want to spend money on there, they'll do daily deals where they'll like actually reduce the price of things by like 60% or 75%. So if you want to spend the money currency on there and you see a really good deal, which, if you just drop $10 on there, you can get a lot of different points, a lot of different, they call it, what I think they just call it points. It's like gold or points. And you can just sit on that $10 worth of points. Not only do you get the VIP status for spending money on the game, it's $10 for a free game. That's great. The VIP status gets you 50% more experience, and that's permanent just for spending money on the game. Yeah. So if you just spend the minimum of $10, you get a whole load of points. You just sit on those, wait for deals that you want to be able to purchase, and then you just buy those deals as they come, and you get them for super cheap. And then you just spend your experience on the other things that you're trying to work towards, or either too cheap to really the experience is really low cost on them, so you don't want to spend gold on them. And there's actually a lot of things that you can't upgrade with gold. You have to use experience. So that kind of makes it in a way. Makes it so you can't upgrade yourself fully using just money. You have to play the game. You can buy XP boosters, but still you have to play the game to get any additional experience.
Seems like it's a pretty good balance.
It's incredibly well balanced. It's one of the best balanced free-to-play games I've seen.
That's pretty cool.
Like it's that good. Yeah, and it encourages you to spend money on there if you want to, which is great because I don't feel guilty. Like shit. Well, now I have to fucking put money into this thing, and then I'm not gonna. If I spend money on this item, then or spend money on this class, I'm gonna have to invest a lot of time into that and all this other bullshit. And it's just kind of it's a little less guilt ridden than some of the other free to play games
I haven't played very much of this. I mean, I played, stuff at
Definitely
trade
check it out.
shows and
It's
whatnot,
great.
but I haven't really played much.
It's fun.
Like, I don't have it on my PC yet.
You need to
PC
get
kind
it.
of
The
sucks though. So
I think you can still probably run on your PC even. Like it's pretty good for the range of settings you
Mhm.
can put on there. So even kind of lower ends, you can still run it pretty well. It's not going to look as
right,
beautiful, but
right.
you'll have 600 by 400 window, tiny and silly.
Tiny, yeah. Like
print.
I
Yeah.
like to play my games in a thumbnail personally. You know.
Yeah, actually, your external monitor is actually a Game Boy.
Oh right, that's
Just
nice.
kinda
Yeah, I like that.
on
Yeah,
there.
that's what I do. I have a little stand for it, so it works out okay.
Nice.
Have you played much of that, Chris, or has that been off your radar?
No, I haven't played. The last time I played a Tribes game, I think it was Tribes 2, and we were all my friends were playing it on the school servers while we were in class.
Mhm.
I mean, other than that, no, I haven't played Tribes in years.
Wow.
It's great. It's a very fast-paced game. If you want to do momentum is a big
Well, it's all
thing in
about
that
the whole
game.
skiing thing.
Yeah, so you can actually ski along the hills and be able to use your jetpack to, build up momentum as you're going up a hill, and then ski down the hill and continue that momentum, and you can just get these insane speeds going. Even in the heavier armor sets, you can do it. But it's obviously if you're in a heavier armor set, you're not going to be moving as fast as someone that's in a light armor set. But it's just the sense of speed is just insane. It's great. Like I've been playing the Pathfinder, which is one of the lighter classes, and for capture the flag, it's exhilarating. It's you build up, you get up into the enemy base, and you start building up momentum going over the hills, and then you just start scoop down. You get yourself lined up with their flag from about maybe 200 or 300 meters away, and you ski down the hill, come up, shoot through their base at about 300 meters per hour. You just zoom right through there, grab the flag, and you're in and out of there before they even know you're there. It's insanely quick. It's a lot of fun, and as well as like if you're defending the base as a Pathfinder, you can start doing these crazy chase scenarios where you see they're coming over and going for your flag, and if you can't stop them in time, you can just start running the same direction they're going, and kind of align yourself with them and continue along that path and build up the momentum and try to cut corners, get a little faster, and get it right up to them and kill them. Then there's also things like the grenades and whatnot you can use. Certain classes have grenades where if you can throw it and it lands next to the person that has a flag, if they get hit by it, it causes them to drop the flag, which is great.
Yeah.
It's awesome because you'll see people like coming up over this hill. You'll throw your grenade just as they're cresting the hill, and it explodes. It doesn't knock them back
Right.
too much, but they'll fly over the hill and they'll leave the flag right there. You can just go pick it up as they're just zooming the opposite direction. It's awesome. There's a lot of strategy you can just build into that game. It's
Well, that's all you
so
need to do.
much
Like
fun.
with a game that moves as fast as Tribes does, if someone drops that flag for like 2 seconds, there's like 3 guys waiting, chasing to grab it again.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's I've just been having a fucking blast with that game. Just been playing a ton of it
Nice,
recently.
nice. What's your favorite class to play in that thing?
Right now, I started with the Pathfinder, enjoyed it a lot. I've been using the Soldier, which is kind of more medium, but now I've been growing an adoration for the Technician, which is kind of like the Engineer. If you think of Team Fortress 2, the Engineer has turrets that they can put down, and some other abilities to allow them to repair turrets and whatnot. There's kind of a whole aspect of building defenses and whatnot. You can actually put down force fields, like these giant force fields that the enemies have to break through in order to get into a corridor or something like that. Or you can fire your weapon from behind it. Like there's a lot of kind of strategy you can use in building up and defending a single location. So I've been having a lot of fun with the Technician and doing capture and defense, which is capture a point and then control it until you gain enough points, which is very similar if you play the same gameplay style in Team Fortress 2.
Killzone has that sort of engineer class as well that allows you to capture new spawn points and whatnot on the map. I forget what they're called, but they're just basically extra points on the map you can spawn, and it gives you more map control basically. So, and that's usually what I play. And plus, I love putting down turrets and stuff and little machines.
Oh yeah, usually when I'm playing those types of game, I love to play the more support type.
Always,
just because it's you can just do so much as a support class. If you can play it well, you can actually end up supporting yourself and destroying the other people at the same time. Which works great.
Mhm. Oh, very cool. I'm sorry if you mentioned it already, but were you an old Tribes guy from before, like when the originals were out?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
when the original was out, I played a ton of that. I actually modded it quite a bit back when I was in high school. But I played that a ton. There were some really great mods that they had put in that game, which I don't really see Tribes Ascent lending itself to very well.
It's not
to
really
mods.
open like that.
No, it's not, and they wouldn't want to because if when you start opening up to modding, then you're going to get people who are making stupid experience grinding mods that
Oh
just
yeah,
like to.
that's not
It's
stuff
not
we
gonna.
needed to worry about
No,
back.
no. That would ruin the game
Yeah,
actually.
they have it.
So I
They have
there.
experience like experience grinding stuff for Little Big Planet, which is so weird.
Yeah.
It is so weird that I found that. I was like, really, it's fucking Little Big
Yeah.
Planet. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. So
This actually isn't wine. People were asking in chat. This is sangria. This is low quality wine put with orange slices and I think I put some triple sec in here. There's some lemon in there. It's tasty.
there's a bar right. Well, Capital Club is my favorite bar around here. Has like say like $3 sangria during happy hour after work, which is very nice. So,
Yeah, this is a. I don't know if anybody knows this. It's $2 Chuck.
I've heard of $2 Chuck.
Yes, it's $2 bottles of wine they can get from Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's is
Yeah.
good for that.
It's very and the wine's still good. It tastes great. It's it's still like I wouldn't want to drink a whole bottle of it because I get a fucking hangover, but it's still it's drinkable.
Yeah. So, cool. How about you, Chris? What have you been playing?
Other than Battlefield, just a little bit of Mass Effect, and I keep thinking about opening up SSX. I've had it since last year when it came out, but I don't know. I just haven't been motivated to actually play it yet.
Mm-hmm. I've never played an SSX game. SSX. I can't even fucking say it. SSX. SSX.
Yeah.
SSX.
Did they have one for the N64?
No,
Was it on the N64?
No, it was on the PlayStation 2.
Why did I think it was on the Nintendo?
You might have
console?
been
What the
thinking
fuck?
of 1080 snowboarding, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I never played any of those.
no,
games.
the only other SSX game I played was Tricky, the second game, and that was my go-to have fun on a bad day game. But I didn't play any of the other games in the series, and I was really skeptical about this new game until I actually saw some of the footage.
Mhm.
And it looks almost exactly like just an HD upgrade of Tricky. And that's why I had to put money on it. I absolutely had to.
I was at PAX last year. Me and Brad walk up to the SSX booth. I'm there with my media badge on. And he goes, oh, you want to try SSX? I'm like, okay. And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I was like, I felt like such an asshole. Because I have like my media badge. And I'm trying to like, I'm literally in this tiny little fucking ravine. And I'm just going whoosh, like back and forth, trying to go forward. And I couldn't. And the guy's like, not like he's looking at me and he's trying. I could tell that the fucker was trying not to laugh at me. Because he's afraid I'm going to write something bad or whatever. But I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then Brad, he's like, you suck. Fuck you, Brad. Jesus Christ, I never played this game. I didn't realize that, like, you don't just jump. You have to hold down the button to, like, prime your jump, and then you let it go, and then you jump. Like, almost like you're squatting down and then popping up again. Because I kept on, like, going and tapping the button. He would just go, not do anything.
So you have to hold it
And then I fall into
the
the ravine, like, whoosh, and just go back and forth like a fucking retard.
No, SSX is, at least as far as my experience with the series has been, it's like classic Tony Hawk games except snowboarding. It's really all it is. And it can be fun as hell.
Yeah.
You see, I was never into, like, the surfing games or the Tony Hawk games. I don't think I've ever played a Tony Hawk game. I
played one for like 10 minutes.
I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skateboard when I was growing up, and I sucked at it. And I would fall constantly, and I was like, well, I'm not into this. This is not for me. This whole skateboarding thing is not for me.
I think I might have had the same skateboard.
Really? Had all of them on the bottom? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I did have the green wheels.
I think the wheels are red with my blood.
Red. Yeah. I think after that, yeah,
Yeah,
it might have been.
that's terrible. So, so you haven't played much SSX? You were saying, Chris?
I haven't opened it
You haven't
yet.
opened it yet.
Yeah, I haven't even touched it.
Too much
I
battle.
want to.
Too much Battlefield.
It's Battlefield, and I looked at my schedule for the next few weeks, and God damn it, I got to play Max Payne. Then I got to play Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Then we've got E3.
Dragon's Dogma
Ugh.
before E3.
Right before E3.
I'll leave that to Brad.
That's why you're not a fantasy guy. You're not. You don't like elves and wizards and goblins.
Well, if it has a really unique twist to it, I might enjoy it. Like The Witcher or Skyrim, I really enjoyed those. But
Yeah.
I don't know, just high fantasy,
That's fine.
doesn't excite me.
David, I think David Lau doesn't like high fantasy either. It's just not his thing. Although I would call his idol fantasy pretty, his idol is thing pretty high fantasy to me. But if anything's high fantasy, it's a sexy Asian girl. Anyway, I played. What did I play this week? I ended up getting the 360 version of Minecraft, which is pretty fucking cool. I mean, what do you say about it? It's Minecraft, but kind of shaved down without a lot of the stuff that the PC version has. But it does have a lot of stuff it does have, and
I think it's just a patch behind. It's like a major patch behind.
Yeah, one or two patches behind, and that's it. But you see, there's something about, and I think this is related to the fact that I used to be a really hardcore PC gamer, and then I moved to consoles over the past 5-6 years. Is the fact that like playing on your couch in your living room with your 5.1 surround sound is so comfortable and so nice, and playing Minecraft in that sort of environment is so relaxing. You know what I mean? It's so easy. Yeah. It's almost easier just to sort of relax and get into the world and create stuff and do things and whatnot, and then it is sitting at your computer, which for me is sort of a very uncomfortable place to do my gaming. So I don't know. It's kind of worth it just to have that experience, and it has multiplayer co-op, but only limited to 4 people. And you can do like your offline game or online game and whatnot. But it's like, I know there's a certain amount of people that are kind of shitting on it because it's like, just get the PC version. But there's something kind of nice about it. And once you're in a game and you're making stuff and you're with 4 people and they're building things, it doesn't really feel much different to me.
Yeah, it seems like it's a lot of fun. I actually considered buying it because I could just sit there with Terra. It's split screen. It goes up split screen up to like 4 people, I think. And you can join other people's worlds, and it would be kind of a little bit fun to just be able to have that shared experience. Even though we have our computers together, it's a little bit different if you're sitting on a couch and you're just kind of you're lounging on your couch, you're laying back, you get your controller, and your chips and your beer, and you're sitting there going, "Oh, Minecraft!" And it's a huge screen.
A huge screen, Yeah. And creepers are still assholes.
Creepers and spiders and skeletons.
Is there like a creeper fucking like vagina that like shoots them out somewhere in the world? Because I built my house into a mountain, and then I went through the mountain, and then I burrowed up the mountain, and then I made a bridge from my mountain to the mountain next door across this lake. It's very cool. It's majestic looking. But there's fucking creepers everywhere. Like just on the top of this mountain, there's like 8 of them, and they made windows, and they keep looking at me, And I was trying to put in a window, and it was like right there. And like if you have a window between you, even if it's just a pane of glass, it's okay. They can be like right there. But as soon as that window goes away, they blow up. And this motherfucker blew up the entire side of my goddamn thing, and I was like, "You son of a bitch!" But I don't know where they're coming from. There's like 8 of them. And they're all over the place. And they don't give a shit about animals or pigs or cows. They could just fuck each other in the ass all day. They don't blow up. But me, they fucking blow up.
Yeah, creepers are destroyers of the world.
They're assholes.
They are fucking terrible.
And they just stand at your door like pedophilic Mormons waiting to come in and tell you about Jesus. And blow up in your face.
I'm not really. I would not be surprised if someone has made a Minecraft mod that puts the troll face onto the creepers. Like, that would
Or,
just
like,
be
right-
perfect. You just hear the music going, like whenever they come near, it's a ah! There's like face right there in your. It would be awesome.
Or the
If someone has not made that, I'm
or the
requesting that
troll
right
face
now.
pops up right before they blow up. They're like, psst,
Yeah, yeah. Or it's just implanted like right on the skin.
right,
on their
yeah, I
face.
like that. They did that with in Skyrim. There was for the trolls. There's a troll
Yeah, the
thing,
trollololo.
thing. But anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with Minecraft. I wanna go play now, and I almost feel like I'll play Minecraft more on my 360 than I will on my computer. It's a weird
Yeah.
thing too because
They did-
my computer is also my work environment. All my
Yeah.
writing for the site and all my video editing and audio editing and stuff on my computer. So it's like when I sit down on my computer, it's like, okay, it's work time. It's work time. And even my living room is when I'm reviewing games and I'm playing them there. But it's kind of different. Like that's pretty hardcore. But it's like when I'm gonna write and I'm in that different mindset. It's just a different type of place. And my computer and my area, my desk area, sort of reflects that mindset. And it's hard for me to get into the gaming mindset at my computer work area. Maybe
So
that's just
do you-
me being like weird about it, but
So the serious question is, do you masturbate at your computer or at your TV?
I only masturbate in the kitchen.
The
Well,
kitchen. Oh, that's okay. So you segregate
Yeah.
the activities. That way you can
The
actually.
masturbation
Okay.
and the
Let me call-
cooking and the masturbation.
The fuck did she give me? Tara gave me something.
Just
I have no
take it.
idea
Just
what
fucking
it is.
drink it. You must trust.
Take it like a man.
Trust the woman you love.
Like a man.
I think she just gave me triple sec. That's not a shot. I don't know. Tara, is this just triple sec? That's not a shot. You don't take shots of triple
Take
sec.
it like a man.
Oh, okay.
Just do it. Just fucking do it.
It's what the people want.
Yeah, I think that was just triple sec. Oh god.
Actually, now thinking about it, I don't think I actually have ever masturbated in the kitchen.
It leaves me to ask the question, since you put it that way,
Do I plan?
what rooms are sacred and which have you already taken care of?
Well, there's no.
So I guess there was tequila in here.
Well,
just to
there's
say.
no sacred room. I mean,
Every room is
is game. I'm just saying I've never been in the kitchen and gone, hey, I'm feeling kind of feisty.
Yeah.
I'm feeling kind of ranty.
Well, you don't see like you go over to your kitchen, you see the sausage.
Well, you notice I'm
in
not
there.
you know what
Let's
it is,
go.
Bob. I'm not a foodie.
Oh.
If I was more of a foodie, I'd probably be like, this pasta's so delicious. I should take care of something.
Why, hello there, honeydew melons.
I think it's more people have had sex like with other people in the kitchen than masturbated in the kitchen. Because it seems awkward to masturbate in the kitchen.
Oh god, that reminds me. I don't know where I hate the fucking internet because you learn shit you never
What did
want to
you learn?
know. I don't even know if I want to share this, but there's people that like to masturbate into other people's
Oh yeah,
food.
there's that's been forever.
But no. This is people that like to masturbate in other
no.
people's food and not tell them about it. Yeah.
That's a terrifying surprise.
See the burgers.
No,
It's kind of
it's worse when it's family members.
Oh,
That's where it gets fucked up.
Little
I don't know why I know about this, but it's the fucking internet.
little Tim.
Why did,
Little Timmy's oatmeal is creamier than usual.
You've seen this, haven't you?
I haven't seen this. I don't. Is it because they want to feel like there's a piece of them in their children? Like it's a.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. I really don't
It
understand.
might be
I
a
don't want to.
bonding thing that they want to feel.
I've seen things I do not.
They want to feel
It's-
one with each other. Maybe that's it. Ooh.
Or they're just.
What was the
Weird.
context?
I don't even remember. I think I immediately blocked that out of
Context.
my mind. I just know the content, not the
Context
context. What would the context be for this where it would make sense?
Well, maybe maybe they're like I don't know, like Indians will eat the hearts of their enemies to take some of their power inside of them. Maybe like the dad is a scientist and little Jimmy needs help with math.
I don't think that's how it works. I really don't think that's how it works. See, now I am projecting all of my hate and pain onto the people that are listening to this show because I already see one person that says, "I wish I hadn't heard that." I am no longer alone.
There's ways to help your children with their school studies, and that's probably not the best way to go about it.
Yes. It's yeah. Uh, it is
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's
is.
Day. Did you guys call your mothers?
Yes, I did. I
Right.
called my mother.
She called me.
Oh,
She's
works
a
too.
preemptive mother.
Preemptive mother. Yeah, I called my mom when I got up in the morning, so she didn't have time to bug me about it. So that was the good
I called
son.
mine. I hadn't talked to her in a couple of months, so she told me that her husband got stomach stapling surgery.
Oh, was he eating too
I would
much?
presume.
That's usually what happens. No, he just felt
Yeah,
like
he
having
just-
a
he's trying to
change,
do runway. And
yeah.
no, he was. I guess he was what we would call obese. And this is not my dad. This is the man she is married afterward. After the
Yeah.
other guy went away. Not to jail. That sounds prison. Anyway, but I guess he's doing well. It's like he lost like 80 pounds, and his diabetes magically went away.
Well, what the
But you know
fuck? You start eating well, and all of a sudden, hey, you're
Right.
healthier.
Well,
Huh?
I work out a lot, and I didn't tell them, but I jerked off in his salad, and he got some of
Nice.
my healthy magic that way. See,
Right. That's so. That is scientific
it does
proof
work.
that it
I've
works.
tried this.
Now we need people to go out into the world and prove this for us.
We should start a website.
We'll call it the Bukake Diet.
What's that? Your
The Bukake
Kake diet.
Bukake
It's
Diet.
almost like the LA diet, but well, it's actually what you
Right.
end up doing in LA after you don't make it. Oh man, hey Bob, I think your camera stopped.
Oh no.
You're just making this face.
Uh,
I see this.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me see.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. I think it's about time. And you
Yeah.
can try to work out if you're having some issues. So, hey guys, we'll be right back. Yeah, they say the feed is stuttering for them a little bit. So, all right, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stick around. Hey guys, we're gonna see if we're gonna be back. There's Chris Davis. Where's Bob? Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
What?
I was waiting for Bob to come back.
I'm back. What?
Your camera's not up
What?
yet. It says media
not?
processing, metadata processing completed, but I don't see you. We don't see you, Bob. We
No.
just don't see you.
But the M. Night Shyamalan twist was that he was never there.
He was never there. That is true. Oh, you're working on that. So, Chris Davis, you guys are playing some Sniper Elite.
Yeah, I actually had to do a review on my other site for it. Yeah, I played through the single player, played a little co-op.
Mm.
Really enjoyed the game.
That game is stressful. I found that game very stressful.
How so?
Sniper Elite.
Just stressful. I feel like I know I'm supposed to feel this way, and it's probably gives credit to the game for making me feel this way. But I always feel like any moment I'm about to be fucked, and I feel like I don't have the tools available to handle the situation. And I think that's probably the proper way to feel. I'm just saying that I find the game playing it very stressful.
I don't know how to react to that. I mean,
I'm not saying it's
doesn't
bad. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm just saying I found it very stressful.
just I just think tension is an inherent part of a stealth game. So
But for some reason I find Sniper Elite much more. There's a lot more tension than I've had in like a Metal Gear Solid game.
well, it'd probably be better if the AI was better because it's got some issues to it.
They kind of like know where you
Yeah.
are inherently, which makes it a little. It
Really?
Yeah.
Within Sniper Elite? They have a hard time
really?
finding
Oh,
me.
Bob, you're kind of robotic again.
Fuck you,
I don't know what
robots.
you're doing. You're processing and clipping and processing. It says it's completed, but you sound like you're not completed at all.
Yeah, you might need to add my camera back in, but I'm
That is
broadcasting.
Fucking Cylons.
no idea what you said. God damn it. Fucking Cylons, you're right. You're right. So I've only played the first couple of missions in Sniper Elite so far.
I do like some of the later missions. There's one in particular I enjoyed because it's the most sandbox of the entire game.
Mm.
You go through this destroyed neighborhood trying to get to a Russian outpost, and you can go in and out of just like a couple dozen buildings, and it's really kind of a cat and mouse kind of game. It's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you ever get like weapons beyond what you kind of start out with? Do you expand your arsenal, or is it like you have what you have?
You get two more sniper rifles, one progressively better than the other. Though in historical context they weren't. I don't know why they chose to do that, but yeah, you only get two more sniper rifles, and that's about it.
It's a good like I don't know. I want to go back to it. I just I need to get over my initial like I don't know. It's not a relaxing game to play. You know? I was like I'm gonna relax a little and play some Sniper Elite. Just doesn't, you know.
You gotta kind of sit down to it and say, I'm going to play this. You don't sit down to relax to it. No, it's a game you have to work on.
Yeah,
but it's a good game.
I think it's got some weirdness, but I mean it is made by Rebellion, who are not the pinnacle of development studios. But I think this is like probably one of their better games I played by them.
Yeah.
Sniper
I mean,
Elite?
certainly no fucking Rogue Warrior. So
was that they made that
Rogue
too?
Warrior.
Oh.
So Bob, I don't know. Are you sitting down in front of the camera?
Yes, I am. If you want to add my stream
Because
back in, it should help.
I don't see you. I just see an empty chair and an organ in the background. So you were invisible.
Yeah.
What? Did it come back and I was?
And you're still a little choppy.
Yeah, you're Robo InvisiBob.
You're Robo InvisiBob. I like that.
This is the cloaking device. It makes me sound like I have a what is that thing with the stoma? Maybe the thing like. Hello, guys.
I think he's saying sentences. I just don't know.
I think he's proposing to us. I wonder if Tara has left. She's like, I can't be with an InvisiBob. I must be with a real human.
Fuck you, internet!
Did I mention how much I hate computers? I do hate computers.
Yes, I hate computers.
This is making Google Hangout look really good. It's funny, we did this to improve the quality of the show. And this is the worst show we've done so far.
It's great.
Technology.
Well, the thing is, like, it's not. It's not.
Wish I could. I'm sure
It's
whatever
just-
you're saying is brilliant, Bob, but it's just not coming through.
Nope.
I don't know. So
Yeah, it's a better now. Because the thing is, like, I don't think it's specifically Google Hangout or anything like that. I think it's just because I'm on cable. It might be that it's just really busy tonight, and a lot of people are on the internet. 'Cause just the nature
it's
of
Mother's
cable.
Day. It's fucking
It's Mother's
every
Day.
mother is
Everybody's
on the
just
goddamn internet.
all
the
you
well, the
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers are, that the
Just have a
motherfuckers is technically Father's Day. But that's a,
Yeah, and the motherfuckers
Well, you know
should
what?
be distracting the mothers. Therefore,
They
they're not
shouldn't
getting
be
on
on
internet.
They should not be on the internet. Why are all these mothers getting fucked at this very moment? What kind of Mother's Day is this? Flowers are nothing compared to a bouquet of cocks.
You know what I gotta say is just all those motherfuckers. Just have a happy fucking Mother's Day.
He's saying sentences, but
I just want to say,
God damn it! I'm not doing anything.
I don't know.
Like I'm not downloading anything. God damn you, Skype. Why do you hate me so?
It's almost like talking to like if we had a Somali refugee on the show who didn't really know English.
yeah. So cocktail time with Chris Davis and Joseph Christ and streaming status NetStream buffer.
RoboCop.
Yes. It was great to have you on the show, streaming status NetStream buffer flush. Maybe we can have you on the show again sometime. My God. So did you play the first Sniper Elite, Chris? Was there like what the I don't know anything about this series. What's this version 2 shit?
It's a remake of the first game. I own the first game. I didn't play it.
Okay.
I don't remember why I didn't play it.
Why remake the first game?
Because they could.
Why not make another game?
I don't know.
Why not Sniper Elite 2? Why version 2? And what's could I play version 2 without playing version 1 and still know what's going on in the story?
Pretty much because it's the same exact story.
Oh, it's the same game.
Yeah.
So was the original Sniper Elite a last generation game?
Yeah, it came out in
Uh-huh.
05 for the Xbox
Oh, I see.
and the PC.
So it took them 7 years to remake the original game.
Well, they made a couple games in between now and then.
Oh, okay. Well, Rogue Warrior we were talking about.
Yeah, but I guess it's not that much an improvement on the core gameplay. But I'm willing to let a couple years slide just for that kill cam ability that's in there.
That is pretty cool. I like the testicle shots. The testicle shots are cool. I think we have. I can pull that up, but here we go. It's the testicle shots. People are. I'm not sure how many people have seen the testicle shots happen, but this is what we're talking about. They're very painful to watch. It's sort of. Here we go.
Gentlemen, grab your crotches now.
Yeah, it's it's pretty ridiculous.
Oh,
It's pretty ridiculous. So that's new. But
that was testacular.
But updated graphics and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's everything that they did. So.
Yeah, it's not that much of an improvement, but it does. I will say it does make me crave a new World War II game.
No, Chris. No, you want a new because there haven't been any.
Well, there haven't been any since about 08, but I mean, I'm really getting tired of the modern era of Russians are bad and oh god, we got to stop the nuke that's going to go off and blow up New York or Paris or whatever the fuck you're talking about. I want something new, and I still think there's room in World War II for an original experience.
Well, but what I want to see, if you're going to go World War II, I want to see another Brother in Arms sort of game.
Absolutely, I was going to mention that.
Yeah, squad-based tactical. Even take it further. Go full spectrum warrior on that shit. I mean, that's kind of what I want to see. And I think Gearbox is going to be they even though the next Brother in Arms game is going to be sort of a 4-player sort of light shooter type of thing, they have mentioned that they still have plans for that series to bring that series back.
Yeah, at E3 last year, after getting through watching Aliens Colonial Marines, Brandy Pitcher was narrating it, and I stuck around for a second. I just said, I really became a fan of y'all because of Brothers in Arms, and I'm looking forward to your new game, but I don't really like where you're going. He said, well, we're not done with Matt Baker.
Right.
There's other things we're going to go into with him later.
Yeah. The thing about I will say about the new direction they're going in with Brothers in Arms is that it's a direction that Gearbox does very, very well. That's sort of very light, humorous type of thing that they've kind of done with the whole Borderlands sort of view. You know what I mean? It's sort of silly and kind of cool and kind of fun. And Gearbox does it really well. At the same time, that does kind of make me worry about a game like Aliens Colonial Marines, which is not that and not supposed to be that at all.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to Colonial Marines. I've got a good vibe about it.
I'm a little worried. I haven't seen very much. I'll be seeing more at E3, I'm sure, in a couple of weeks. But for the most, what I've seen so far, I don't know. You've seen more than me, probably, right? When's the last time you saw Colonial Marines?
Have you played it? Did you get to play the? I played it at PAX East.
That's right.
This last year.
Yeah, the PAX East demo is the same as the E3 demo. So.
Okay, so it was multiplayer.
Actually, no, there wasn't multiplayer. No, they were just showing off the single player.
Did you get hands on? Oh, you didn't get a hands on, did you?
I have no idea what you just said.
We're still talking. To we're still talking to the Cyclon organ right here. We don't actually see you.
Yes.
I see Brahms. I'm talking to Brahms, who's a robot. It's like talking to one of those animatronic presidents in the Hall of Presidents at Epcot Center, but it's been broken for 20 years.
No, it's
all right. I'm gonna drop the call. And
the E3 demo I saw was the one they put out a video for a few months later, showing off it's that one.
That's what I saw. I never actually got my hands to actually play any of it. Bob has, but Bob doesn't really exist tonight.
All we have is a bookcase, an organ, and a BioShock Infinite poster in the background.
Dragon's Dogma on the left, and I believe that looks like a BioShock on the right. I think that's a BioShock Infinite. Looks like Elizabeth. And
right behind the chair, I think we got a printer fax scanner combo there.
A printer, yeah. Maybe Bob's turned into a printer. But it's one of those old 286 printers, back and forth. That would account for the voice. Most definitely. Anyway, so
fucking HP.
It's funny. I have a copy of Full Spectrum Warrior for the PS2, and I every once in a while I'll still pull that out and play that game. So that's that one's ultra hardcore, like squad based.
It's fantastic. I loved Full Spectrum Warrior.
Yeah.
And did you play 10 Hammers, the sequel?
That's the one I have. I'm sorry, I have 10 Hammers, the sequel.
Okay, you should really play the original, in my opinion. I think it's better.
Oh, okay. What makes it better?
I don't know. It didn't have the multiplayer. Aspect, and I think it just played better being a strictly co-op experience.
Okay.
Did you ever play it co-op?
No, I never played a co-op.
I think that's the best way to play the game, honestly, because when you play co-op, you have one person in charge of each squad.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to kind of coordinate and build your strategy around what's going on, and I don't know. It's just really fun.
Oh, Bob! We finally saw Bob sit down.
Oh,
we saw Bob finally sit down in his chair. Yeah,
is it that delayed?
You see, you're about 10, 15 minutes delayed at the moment.
Can you hear me now, or is it
now
it's robot bullshit?
I can hear you.
Holy shit! It's fucking crisp.
I can hear you, but I think I'm seeing Bob from the past while I talk to Bob from the future.
Wait, no, let me. I'm gonna do something from the. Is this going? No, this is currently now.
Wait, is this now?
What, or is it the past now?
When
Who knows?
Then be now. Soon.
Now.
the answer is soon.
Well, Ben.
Spaceballs. You know, it's
Soon.
Spaceballs.
Right. Oh, right.
Spray
yeah.
your.
Yeah.
Okay, tell
Is
you
it-
what. To prove you're right now, spray yourself with that orange ball that's right behind you.
The,
That's for breeze.
the shock. Okay, turned around and looked at it, so it's fine. It's back.
It's no longer the doppelganger Bob. It's the actual Bob. Thank fucking God I'm
Soon.
back.
Oh, thank. What happened? What was that about?
I don't
Technology.
fucking know.
What you should probably do, Bob, is next time choose a server that's even farther away.
Well, no, I'm pretty damn sure it was my PC, my desktop PC. It was just going fucking nuts and just like started. It grabbed the internet.
Fucking
and
it like
was
a drunken sailor.
Yeah. It was bad. I don't know. I turned it off, and as soon as I turned it off,
Okay.
it went fine. So
If you have a virus or
Yeah.
something.
maybe I think it was backing up or doing something stupid over the internet.
Well, we'll
God
figure
knows
out
what.
all these technical things, everyone, as we.
So I have a show and tell right now though. Are you guys done talking about video games? Are we fucking
We
stuck?
were
Yeah,
trying.
our video game podcast can be paused for you. Yes.
I just derailed it. So I have
I'm just letting you know what's happening.
I have
What?
Yeah. So I have something that's weird. I went to the store and I was trying to find weird shit that I could have on Cocktail Time. And I found this among with, some other things, but all I'm going to really show you guys is this thing. But you know what? Everybody knows what these are. I think everybody's seen these.
It looks like a
Can you read what
mini
these are?
toilet / shot glass, or
Put it closer. It looks like bean boogers. What does that say?
Oh, these
Oh,
Boozled.
yes.
Does
Yes,
everybody remember the
Yes.
last episode? Yeah, I found
I
them.
will never, ever,
Yeah.
ever, ever eat those in my life, ever.
I'm bringing
I'm
them
not-
to
I'm not
PAX
doing
Prime. I am
I
bringing them
will
to
do
PAX
a few,
Prime.
but I will not. I will not play Russian roulette with you. I'll do it.
Yes, I'm gonna totally bring those there. So what this candy is there's actually there are these little like candy little pops, but it's a fucking plunger that you put into the toilet, which has sour candy in
that's
it, and then you
awesome.
eat it. I just thought this was the fucking worst lesson you could give to a child, and I had to pick it up because it
Wow,
just
that's
fascinated
amazing.
me.
You should
All right,
try
I gotta
it. There's
actually- I
actually
gotta try
worse
some
than
of
that.
this
They used to make
Yeah.
Pez dispensers in the shapes of little pistols that would shoot the Pez out the barrel of the gun, and you put the pistol in your mouth and fire the Pez into your mouth. See that? You can find those
That's
on the
great.
internet.
That's pistol pezzes that you shoot in your mouth because that's teach
teach
other
your-
children. Put the gun in your mouth and pull the trigger.
It's like
you
the
get
candy from the road. That's what you do, son. That's what you do, son. Just put it in your mouth and close your eyes, and Daddy will be joining you soon. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Willy Wonka roulette.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So you probably can let me pull up the camera so I can actually see what you're showing you. So here's the toilet, and in there,
Look like.
if you can see that, looks like
and-
it looks like crack. There's
It
a
looks,
there's
it
a
looks like,
there's
it looks
a
like
clump in
dried
there. I think
bleach,
there's-
or like Comet. That's Comet stuff.
It does look like Comet. It's terrifying. I'm gonna have to unwrap this plunger.
Looks like
Yes.
powdered cocaine to me.
Chad is wondering if I like the road
Yeah.
because of the naked V-goat. That's what it is exactly. I immediately had to come home and masturbate in my kitchen.
Masturbate furiously in the kitchen. All right.
How was that? Oh, it's
Mm.
good. Give it another dunk. Give it another dunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is I had to moisten the plunger. Now we got sour candy on there. It's a blue raspberry flavor. So
So what?
Mm.
How was that?
Tastes like sour candy.
That's our screenshot right there.
I had a girlfriend who used to send me boxes of strange Mexican candy.
Was this the same one that left the bag of food?
No,
under
that
the doorstep?
was someone else. So, plethora.
So what about the kindergarten orgy?
Oh.
you never told
Calling
that
it
story.
a kindergarten orgy is sort of a misstep.
That makes me want to call
Yeah,
the cops.
little bit.
No, it wasn't a kid. It was okay. So I was at a sex party there was a kindergarten teacher there, and but
It's already
before
going bad.
and he was a guy, but it's an orgy. It's not like
Even
me and
better.
8 women. There's a mixture of people, that go to these things or end up at these things. But it was it was so funny because we're just all hanging out before things started, whatever. And he's like, "Hey, I showed my kids this cool experiment today. Do you want to see?" And we're like, "Okay." So he pulls out this bowl, this water, and he starts pulling out like all these like food colorings and stuff. And honestly, I don't remember what the experiment was, like how colors work or something. And he's like putting these food colorings into this bowl and stuff. And it's like we're at this like drug-fueled sex party, and we're we're launching it with this kindergarten science experiment.
That sounds like the worst start to an orgy
It's like, yeah, I
ever.
was showing my kindergarten children this today. I'm like, oh. So, and then it's like, well, who's got the drugs? Don't do drugs, please. Save them for me.
Yeah. So Tara made me something called the Black Death. I don't know what this is. It's very dark. I don't know if you can tell from
Yeah,
the
looks pretty.
low
dark.
screen.
Looks like wine.
Yeah. It's not wine. This is wine. So you can see this is kind of see-through. This, the wine is not. I have no idea what she. Let me see if we can discern what is in the Black Death. There's definitely Jaeger. Well, yeah. I don't know if you heard Tara, but she said, "Do you want to tell him what I work on?" And Tara works with a professor, or with a professor who specializes in the bubonic plague.
Lovely.
Well, we do.
So this is very.
We have a overpopulation of jobs, so if you kill off a bunch of workers, it solves the unemployment problem.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
That's actually one of the things that led to the Renaissance was the Black Plague, because it killed off so many workers that it actually
it was all the people that did work that.
Well,
that
it created there was a plethora of workers. Black Plague strikes, kills off a third of Europe, raises in essence raised the price of labor. You also during that time you have the inventions of the printing press and the plow, which allowed people not to have to spend like 8 bone-breaking hours in the field all day. And so you have people with jobs that pay well because the price of labor has been escalated because of the lack of workers, who don't have to worry so much about feeding their family. And they go, hey, why don't I try out this whole painting thing that I hear about? Let me try this writing thing, and that's kind of a few of the things that kind of spurred the Renaissance. The
bubonic plague. What kind of plague was it? Was it pneumonic? So she says it's specifically pneumonic plague, which is the kind of plague that gets into your that's a pneumonia kind of like plague, where it's in your lungs and you can breathe it out. So when you're septicemic, meaning when you are on the verge of death, you are full of fucking plague, and you cough, plague comes out on your saliva and your cough, and it just really transmits very well to other people, which is that's what killed half of Europe, or a third of Europe, was the pneumonic plague, which is still around these days. Yeah, that's why she studies it. It's still a problem. There are outbreaks in the United States
I had
every
no
year.
idea.
How many? About 50 or so?
No, the thing we saw was a risk assessment.
Risk assessment. Yeah, like you really don't know unless you find them.
The number of human cases is pretty low, but usually it'll wipe out whole rodent colonies.
So that's what she studies.
Have you taken your shot yet?
Black Death.
We've been talking. How was it?
I just took it. Yeah, it was
The look on your face is
spicy.
So let's. We were talking about Sniper Elite version 2. Bob, did you have?
Yes.
Yeah, you
now I can
talk
actually
now that
talk.
you're with us.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to add to that? You do realize we went from talking about Sniper Elite version 2 to transitioning to you eating out of a toilet to me talking about kindergarten teachers at orgies, to us talking about the Renaissance and the bubonic plague, and now back to Sniper Elite version 2. It's fantastic.
Well,
It's like
cyclical.
everything's
It's
a
very
circle.
cyclical. Yeah.
Now you're getting fed.
Now we're gonna,
you're getting
after
fed
this,
your
we're gonna
pills. It's your
we're
heart.
getting fed.
It's your heart pills. Take your heart pills. Take your medicine.
My medicine.
I have a bad
Daddy
heart.
needs his
God knows
medicine.
I've got plenty of medicine. Thomas Thompson quote. For those keeping score.
So yes, I probably about. I hadn't played any of the previous ones. I've seen the previous one, but I've probably been through maybe the first 2 missions. The one where you blow up the truck.
That was on the demo as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
That the
tutorial.
first 2. Was it demo? So I think I got to the end of the demo. Was it the end of the
Yeah,
demo?
so you played the tutorial and you played the demo. So you haven't played the
Yes.
core game itself.
So you
That
haven't
would probably
played
be
the
accurate.
game.
I just finished.
What are you even doing here?
I started it at probably about 6 o'clock, and by the time I was done, it was time for cocktail time. So I tried to do as much as I could in the intervening, moments before I had to hop on the show to get as much Sniper Elite as possible. But when the moments that you were saying where you felt like the AI knew where you were immediately, I had moments where I was kind of they didn't know which direction I was shooting from. They actually thought I was shooting from the opposite direction.
I had the exact same. I would
Yeah.
shoot, and immediately I have like 4 guys coming my direction.
No, it depends. Like sometimes they can't tell which direction your bullets are coming from. Like I had several times where I was shooting guys, and they got in cover directly in my line sight, defending themselves from the opposite side. Like they
Nice.
couldn't tell where I was coming from. Yeah. So it makes me think that it's a much more complex assessment of like where they kind of figure out where the shots are coming from. It might be on to, if anyone's looking at who you shoot, they may tell from where the bullet comes in and where they fall, where the shot's coming from. Because this game, the one thing I've learned about this game in the moments that I've played it is that it loves really complex physics and really complex scenarios. So I would not really put it past them to have it so if your AI is not looking at who is getting shot, then when that person dies, they
Oh, really?
have no
So
fucking
if
idea
they're
which direction
faced
that
the
bullet came
opposite
from.
direction, you can do better at.
Possibly. That's the only way I can explain it, is that, there was at least 2 times where I had them looking
Well,
the wrong
it's
way.
also rebellion. So
It could be a fucking
Axum's
glitch,
razor
who knows?
does come into play somewhat here. It's either this incredibly deep AI, or maybe the game's kind of bugged a little bit.
Did y'all ever play Velvet Assassin?
Oh, I've heard about it.
No,
I've
I
heard
heard
about
of
it.
that,
So
yeah.
one of the PR reps I work with, Aubrey, who I worked with for Dead Island and also for Risen 2, also worked with that game, and I
Both
like Dead
quality
Island.
games.
What do you? Come on. I did.
No, you didn't.
Joseph.
You have to approach Dead Island
Joseph.
correctly. Why didn't you like Dead Island, Chris?
The city and everything after that.
Oh, the city sucked, but like a city would suck, wouldn't it? You have
Yes.
to run. You have to just run. Just run. Don't stop. Just go and run. Kill who
It
you
was-
can and run.
And yet, why did most of the game have to be set during that? Why was the story so fucking
No,
shitty?
there's the jungle after that. The city, and then there's the jungle,
Yeah, you spend 20 minutes in the jungle. That's all you do.
And
then
then
you
the-
move on
and the
to the next
prison
area.
prison area.
Are there pygmies in the jungle?
No, but zombie pygmies would be cool. They're like,
And there,
Like Diablo 2?
you know?
it had the slasher things that fucking charged you.
Oh, with the bones sticking out.
Yeah.
Like those. Those were cool. You didn't like those?
There's mutated
No, they
zombies?
had like their bones sticking out, and they would stab you with their bony nubs.
They would fuck you over real fast.
Yeah.
I just want to know how many zombies would die with their bones sticking out, or they just like.
No, I think they probably got their arms stuck in some. I don't know.
Oh, well.
They're called butchers. So ninja
They're working a mill, and then they got their arms stuck in there,
Yeah.
and they got bid-sized zombies. and they
Ninja
pulled their
Kitty
arms
Cat
out.
and Chat said they were called butchers.
Butchers, yeah, that's what they were called.
And I believe there was an achievement for using an axe on a butcher. Because
What was the achievement called?
Stop being so butch. I don't remember.
Hang on to Google.
It's not that important. Quick, stop
Well, now-
the show. We must find out this name of this random achievement.
Now I'm curious, so I gotta find out.
Okay, that's fine.
You are now on a quest.
So Chris Davis didn't like that island because he
quest.
didn't like one level.
No, I didn't dislike it for that one level. I hated the story. I hated so many things after the first part of the game.
Mhm.
You know, the first part, it was actually really interesting to explore this tropical island. Then you go to the city. And then you spend about 15 minutes in the jungle compared to about 18 and a half hours in the freaking city.
Yeah.
And then you go to the prison, and then you have the hospital with that final fucking gauntlet.
You just
It's
run.
it's like the library in Halo, except amped up to like uber legendary.
Were you just trying to like kill everything? You run as fast as you can through that.
Yeah, I
stop.
don't do that.
But that's
I kill
and
everything
that's why.
inside.
That's why when there's a zombie apocalypse, fuck you. I'm not hanging out with you. You can go hang out in the gauntlet and fight all the zombies you want. I'm gonna fucking run to the helicopter. And I'd be like, there's Chris Davis. We knew him well. Look at him fight those zombies. I'm with my helicopter going to Blowjob Island.
Okay, the achievement's called Oz Spoiled Meat. 10 gamer score, kill a butcher with an axe.
Okay.
So, problem solved. But no, you want to talk about zombie apocalypse games. Have you heard about DayZ?
Mm-hmm.
I really want to play that.
I've never heard of this game.
Okay, for the
So DayZ is a mod, right? For
for
Arma
the
2?
uninitiated, it's an Arma 2 mod.
Okay.
It
Arma
takes place
2,
on
the guys from Operation
Operation Flashpoint.
Those are the original
Bohemia Interactive.
Yeah, who went over there?
Okay. It's set on the same island, or a Trinoris or something like that. And it's basically built around the concept is zombie apocalypse. You have to survive as long as you fucking can, and it's permadeath.
Oh, really?
So you die, you lose everything. You have to start out back at the beach with next to nothing.
I like that.
Except there are raiders, there are other players, like everything is against you.
Other players as well, so it's like an MMO type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can team up with other players, but then there's also veteran assholes out there that are trying to, kill you and steal all your stuff.
But I mean, like, if they die, they're dead for good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It's like a really kind of old school RPGs or kind of like that, where the environment is hostile as it can be. Like the zombies are sort of a auxiliary
auxiliary threat.
Exactly, yeah. Where it's more of a problem with the other players, I would assume, than the zombies themselves. Because the zombies are predictable.
That's kind of how
the other players are not.
Apocalypse would happen, actually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Someone should study that model. That game is a model for a real apocalyptic event.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the Walking Dead episode 2, at least with the preview we saw for that. I'm just going to touch more on that topic.
The game, you mean.
Yeah, the
There's evidently a trend inside DayZ in which people form what are called party buses. They find these buses in the world, and all the vehicles are broken, so you have to find parts and fix them up and get them ready. Mm-hmm. And so they'll just drive around the entire island, picking up survivors and just doing a tour of the island and just playing party music the entire time.
That's awesome.
There's some footage of it on Kotaku it's just fucking hilarious in the context.
Let me see if I can pull it up. What's it called?
DayZ Party Bus.
DAZE Z.
DAY space Z.
DAYZ
Party.
Yeah. DayZ.
See what fun.
And the thing is, like, I don't know why because Arma 2 on Steam, you can get it on Steam. But you need the expansion as well, right?
I don't know for the alpha. I wouldn't think so.
I think you need to get Arma 2 plus some other kind of expansion, and it totals you around $30 on Steam. The thing is, like, I don't get why these people don't do a because for a while there, Arma 2 was one of the top sellers on Steam because DayZ came out and there was kind of a big popularity around it and people were buying
Yeah.
off of Steam. If they did like a weekend sale on Arma 2, they probably would sell, hundreds of thousands of copies. Like if especially if there was that many people that interested in that game, if they just did like even like a 25% or 50% sale, they would just sell ridiculous amounts of this game. Which is why I haven't bought it yet, because it's like $30 just to check out this mod for a game. It's a little steep. Gonna kind of hold off on that.
I've done that before. I just don't remember what game it was.
$30 for a mod.
I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't. $30 is pretty ridiculous.
Well,
15.
it depends.
Fuck
The
yeah, I
whole
would be
like
right in there.
standalone mod thing. I mean, if you're making, I mean, remember
Yeah.
Counter-Strike was a mod, so
Yes,
Mhm.
it
keep
was.
that in mind.
But a lot of people had Half-Life 1. A lot of people had Half-Life 1. Half-Life 1 was a fucking
I
good
did
game.
buy Portal 1 on the PC shortly after the Orange Box came out, just to play Portal
Yeah.
Prelude, and that was a mod.
How much was Portal 1? Like, Portal 1 was pretty cheap,
Well,
though, on the PC.
I think it was like
though,
$20,
wasn't it?
but I mean, hey, that's money for a mod.
Yeah, 30 is a little high for me. 20 I might do. But I remember it being around 30.
I think
might be
I think
wrong.
I think I found
Who
the
knows?
DayZ party bus thing, but I'm not sure if it has. I don't know if it's right. Oh,
Yeah, Operation Arrowhead is the other one.
Yeah, and they're about to come out with Arma 3 too, aren't they?
Okay, here's what I found. This might be it.
All the more time for a
Oh, you
a
guys can't
sale
see
on
this.
Arma
That's
2.
right. Fuck. It doesn't matter if I play it or not, because you guys can't see it. So.
I can
Okay,
watch it on the
let's
stream.
play this. There's a. So it looks like this is the bus. So it looks like Operation Flashpoint.
Mhm.
So I guess they're just on this island and they're going around.
Yeah,
Chilling
all
on
they
the
do
bus.
is just chill on the bus and not do anything else, and listen to party music.
Really, that's
Yeah.
the entire game. What kind of party music can they? Can whoever's driving the bus queue
I
up whenever they
think
want
so,
on their PC
yeah.
or what? Really? And the other people don't harass the bus?
No, sometimes veterans will ambush them when they stop and kill them all. But
Oh, there's people coming up. Like,
Because I imagine, like, if they're gonna just
So here-
stop and
yeah,
pick
they're-
up random
they're-
people on the road,
picking up
then
people
someone
now.
can get in and just
Yeah.
start shooting everyone. This is why I don't like public transit. Fucking hobos. Look at those guys. They're not paying for it. They're just getting on the fucking bus. Who cares? That's my tax dollars. What the fuck are you doing?
it's such terrible animation.
I don't know what's going. Is that a death screen? I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah,
That's a wait screen.
Oh, it's the death screen. Okay. So that's I kind of want to play that. I kind of want to check that out.
It's interesting. It sounds really cool. Like, if it wasn't like $30, but I don't know.
I would buy that.
Maybe-
I'd buy that
maybe?
for $30. You know why? I mean, I used to play Operation Flashpoint a whole bunch, and like the mods for that original game were so cool. They could do really cool things with it, and it looks. I don't know. I mean, we've all wanted a realistic zombie MMO, right? And
Yeah.
now you're gonna complain.
Yeah, and the thing is,
over-
like, you have to eat, you have to have all these other resources
to
on there.
eat.
Like, it's crazy. It is insane. Yeah, you have to eat. You get
Yeah.
dehydrated. You have to eat. You have to do all these other things. It's like a real. It's
So
very
is-
realistic.
is this on
simulation.
Steam?
It's crazy. Yeah, sorry, you gonna go buy it right now? Was that it? Was that the peak of your erection right there? You just like, oh, you have to eat. I'm gonna go find some.
Man, and there's something I really like doing is eating in video games.
Oh fuck yeah! I masturbate in the kitchen. Let me go.
Maybe
for
if I
this.
play video games, I gotta eat. I'll jerk off in the kitchen more.
Hey, you must have fucking loved New Vegas when that came out. Doing the hardcore mode.
Oh god.
Oh no, I was more of a Burger Master type of guy.
Ah,
I know Burger Time. Burger Time. I'm sorry. So no, but I'm thinking it would be cool to have like a community night.
That would be fun. Get a bunch of people just go in there, just raw off the raid in the raid beginning. Nothing saved. Just a bunch of noobs going out into the wilderness trying to survive.
The issue I've found out is evidently there's a very low amount of servers available. I read something like there was like only 50 available in Europe. So I don't know how many are available in the US.
How many people per server?
For
server?
which game?
I think the in-game maximum was 32 people, so might be that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Only 30. Wait, before
Yeah.
DayZ? Shit, I'll just run my own
Bob can
server.
run the server because we know how well those. We know how well those have been working.
Yeah, it's been working great. I mean, what are you talking about? I don't have any problems. Huh? Chris is connected to my server. What's going on?
That's true. Chris has been fine. That's really weird.
Yeah, it's just
it's
me.
always just you.
Yeah.
All right. So, is there any video game news we want to talk about?
Yeah, there was a god damn it. What came out today? Well, there we can talk about the Diablo 2 coming out.
Diablo 2?
Diablo 2
What am I talking
coming
about?
out?
Diablo 2, 3. I'm gonna add one to that.
Diablo 3 comes out on.
I'm attributing that to
on
the Black
Tuesday.
Death. Diablo 3 coming out on Tuesday, and the thing is, there's going to be a 40-second wait to log in.
40
Did you hear about that?
Not bad, I guess. It takes me 40 seconds to get from starting up Battlefield 3 into a game.
That's what they're claiming,
But
though.
what-
That's what they're claiming. As soon as you log in, it's going to take you at least 40 seconds. You're going to be queued to play a single-player game.
Oh.
That's just what they're saying. Be prepared to wait about 40 seconds. If you get an error, try again later. This is my biggest complaint about the open beta, is that it took me 4 hours
Wow.
to get into the game. 4 hours. I haven't pre-ordered the game. There's no benefit to me pre-ordering Diablo 3. There's no pre-order bonuses. There's nothing other than being able to load the game early and then wait probably like 2 days
You
to
might
be
as
able
well
to play
wait.
the game. Yeah, there's no point. There's no
Yeah.
incentive. Like if the game was cheaper to pre-order, fuck yeah, I would be right on top of it. But there's no. It's a $60 pre-order,
With nothing.
and they've already proven that their login servers
nothing
are
extra.
bullshit. No. There's no benefit. There's no. You don't get any bonus experience. You don't get any items. Nothing like that.
Thanks, BattleNet.
So I mean they've already had problems with if they've had an experience with really kind of heavy loads, it's definitely going to be with World of Warcraft, and they've worked on that. It's gotten better, but when I was there when the latest expansion launched, when Cataclysm launched, and I was already online when it happened, but like their login queues get huge, and that's
Right.
per server though. But with Diablo 3, it's just one game.
Right.
There's no server. It's everybody's trying to log into the same server or some clusters of servers. So with the open beta, it was just really, really bad. It was so fucking buggy. I couldn't even play it for the first day. Like we just decided, well we'll try to play at the end of the day, and then we'll just try the next day. It just got really, really overloaded. It's the problem when you have a requirement of always.
It's amazing
online.
that video game companies knowing what the demand's going to be, knowing what the popularity is going to be, can still kind of find themselves caught with their pants down during these launches. I mean, I don't.
That's kind of why they had the open beta in the first place, is to test like how many people are interested in this game.
It's
But
Diablo.
still, not everybody in the open beta. I think they're probably going to get at least about 2 times the amount.
See,
of people in the
I would
open
say
beta
5 times.
going.
It's
Yeah, because not everybody's
It's Diablo
going
3. I
open
mean,
beta.
it's going to be it's one of the biggest
Yeah.
launches of the past 5-6 years. You know?
It's probably going to be bigger
more
than WoW.
that.
Like any kind of the expansion
There's going to
launch.
be
Yeah.
there's going to be 30-something-year-olds that have long since stopped playing video games,
Mhm.
and they'll see the commercial for Diablo 3. They'll be like, "Oh shit,
I used to play
remember
this.
that."
Yeah,
And then they'll go
Yeah.
out and buy it, and they'll do it.
yeah.
It's gonna. I don't see being able to log into that game for at least like 8 hours of the first
You're
day.
giving them 8 hours.
even
I
the
would give
first
them a
day.
whole week to get everything all ironed out.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe I'm supposed to, I was signed up to review this game, but I'm not even thinking about that because it's like, well, fuck it. I'm probably not even gonna be able to play it. So why don't I pre-order it? I'll just pay the same amount and wait like a
I
week
should
and then
get
be
in
able to play the
besides.
game
Not
instead of wasting my time trying to
yeah,
log into
not
the
sitting at
fucking
your
game.
desk hitting log in over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, good God. That's gonna go in my review. It's gonna be just me 2 hours of
That should be your review. It should
fuck.
be a video review. 2 hours
Yeah.
long of you hitting the login button and it failing every single time.
If they don't
Yeah.
have the capacity to serve 2 million people at once at any given time at launch, it's going to be such a fucking rough launch for everybody.
We know, but we know.
Well, they had the same problem with StarCraft 2, didn't they? StarCraft 2 was an online only, wasn't it? Is that true? It was BattleNet
Yeah, they
only.
introduced Battle.net through it. Yeah.
Yeah. So with StarCraft 2, they kind of already run into those problems, and StarCraft 2 was pretty fucking popular. So I don't know if they're trying to figure out like if these kind of games they're similar audiences. They're I don't know, kind of similar audiences, but they're I don't know. It's gonna be weird the first week. I don't think they're gonna have a very smooth launch. Like even with the testing they had for the
No,
open beta,
there's no way.
it's gonna be
Open
rocky
beta
as
testing
fuck.
doesn't mean anything because I tell you, I've heard. I can't tell you how many times I've heard when there's been a beta that didn't go so well, or there were login problems or server problems. I can't tell you how many times I was told, "Well, it's just the beta. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have this fixed for
Yeah.
launch."
And then the launch is
And
just
the most
completely
recent
shit.
example of that is Twisted Metal, which had the exact same problems,
Yeah.
perhaps even exacerbated
Oh, yeah.
further once launch actually happened. And I mean,
'Cause they had more people. They
oh
had
yeah,
more
of
people in the
course,
launch.
of course. I mean, if they're having problems in the beta, they're always going to have problems in the launch. I can't think of an MMO that really launched without a hitch. I mean, I guess Knights of the Old Republic. How did that do when it launched? Was there some? I mean, there was some downtime, I think, but I think that one went okay.
I don't know. I wasn't part of the launch, but they also been losing like
They lost
half
they
a
lost
million
400,000
subscribers.
subscribers recently.
Yeah, almost half a
And
million.
it just goes back to what I was saying. We were talking about this last week when we were discussing Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Is that as as popular
Oh,
as WoW is, the WoW model is sort of it's reached its zenith now. It's now sunsetting, and it's going to be a new model that's going to take over. And in a way, maybe in a funny way, Diablo 3 will sort of get that popularity, which will bring back that old Ultima model, that isometric sort of character creation sort of system. You know. know
And
you
I
love
love
some
me some
Ultima.
fucking Ultima. Oh man.
Yeah.
Shit's so
Anything
good.
else? News wise?
There was a new
There's a couple
MechWarrior
things I announced this
Online
week.
trailer.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Let's see if I can pull that up. Well,
Yeah.
what was it?
It was, I think, 3 minutes of footage, just pure gameplay, no music, just the game.
I'm actually really kind of like excited about that.
It's been a while for. When was the last MechWarrior
Oh
that you
God,
played?
4, I think.
MechWarrior 4 was the last one.
Been some time.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like 04, 05?
Is it the Mech Assault HD? Is this the one?
No, specifically MechWarrior Online.
No, but what would you remember what the name of the trailer was?
Uh,
So MechWarrior Online. Does that mean it's an? Usually you don't get online unless it's an MMO.
that's because it's a massively multiplayer. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
What? Seriously, they're making
There it
a
is.
fucking MechWarrior.
So I got the video up right
MMO?
now.
What?
Yeah, it's basically old style MechWarrior, but an MMO battle system, and it looks fantastic. It's old style MechWarrior. It's like this is fucking like MechWarrior 4 shit.
Why didn't I make it?
Well, it's just battle arenas.
I mean that.
Well, why didn't they go with a free to play model like Tribes Ascend?
Well, I don't know. Is it? Well, I don't know what the pay structure is actually. To tell you the truth.
Why
I
an
don't
MMO?
know.
Why not something like? Because why would you want a massively multiplayer MechWarrior? It's all about the small skirmishes. Why would you want massively?
I think I think
Where
I've
the
touched,
fuck was that come in? Where does that come in?
Here's some. Well, I mean, they're not gonna have like 800 people like going around fighting each other.
what really aggravates me.
That's
What
crazy
aggravates
talk.
me was this is the final product of that incredible demo trailer they had about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking amazing.
Well,
But no,
that was practically a CGI trailer. I mean,
it
you
was
could,
practically CGI, but good God, did it look fucking awesome.
yeah, it did. It did. I mean, I never took that one to heart too much. I mean, here you have old style MechWarrior, big open areas. You have updated graphics, of course. You still have the same beams. It looks like you have heat management like the old ones. Even the
Mhm.
HUD kind of looks the same, except it's updated for modern computers. I mean, this
Yeah.
is like old school what I remember it being. And there's different sizes. There's different mechs, from the light ones to the heavier ones.
Yeah, different weapon
Yeah, I
loadouts and
mean,
whatnot.
this is pretty cool. I mean, and there's this, and they're also making a sort of a Mech Warrior, like with a sort of a
MechWarrior Tactics.
yeah, Mech Warrior Tactics with the hectagons and whatnot. It's a hectagonal tactical, almost like a tabletop warfare type of thing, like Legends of the Five Rings or Warhammer 40K or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm actually almost more interested in that, to tell you the truth, than I am in this sort of like this other one. So.
Fuck. MMO?
I think you're
Seriously?
misconstruing the term MMO here, Bob.
Well, if it's like the Tribes Ascend kind of formula where it's just like it's free to play, anybody can play it, it's kind of online, then yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
if it follows that formula. But if it's like here's a static world, you log into the server, you go to these enemy bases that are NPCs, then there's these other fucking mech warriors that's player based and it comes over
It's not like
here
they're
and
like get your quest and go and like a Mech Warrior fetch quest. That's not what.
you need to kill 5 mechs and get me their guns and bring them
That's
back
not
this
what this
way.
is. Yeah, it's not like that. This is more of a. I don't know about the pay structure, or the payment plan, or what they're doing with that, but it's okay. Someone's saying Mech Warrior Online is free to play. It's free to play. Try this out.
So I could see a planet side style mech warrior online.
That's what this is. I think. Well,
That could work.
Planet
that would
Side
make a lot more
2
sense.
is playable at E3 this year. I have an appointment.
Fuck you. I hate you so
Planet
much.
Side 2. I was a big. Who did
I
you fight
love
for? Did you
Planet
fight
Side
for
1.
the Terra or the? So did I.
Terra.
I love their.
Yeah. Fuck the purple guys. Fuck those
are
guys.
assholes.
They were so fucking overpowered. It was
Awful.
terrible. Like, why would
I
you
hated
play
the purple
them?
guys.
They were so terrible. Fuck the
I
purple
never
guys.
actually played Planet Side.
Planet Side Online was a great game.
I'm sorry.
Planet Side was great. It was really
Yeah.
fun.
On
Yeah. You got different what was it called? There were licenses that you could use to
Yeah, you had to get
operate
certain
different
licenses, and
vehicles.
then they brought out the
Yeah.
the BFRs, which were the mechs.
The BF.
Did you?
Oh yeah. I didn't
Oh,
play it that long. I played it probably about a couple months after launch.
okay. I
and then
played it for
that
a couple of
was
years,
it.
a while after, and
Yeah. So you got the expansions
there
and
was
whatnot.
expansions, underground
The
expansions,
underground
which wasn't
expansion.
so good. Everyone kind of wanted cities and whatnot, and they're like, okay, try this underground cave structure. We're like, that's not the same. But then they brought out these things called BFRs, which are like robots, like mechs sort of things, and BFR stood for big fucking robot. But yeah, I'm excited for Planet Side 2. Have you seen the footage of Planet Side 2? Let me pull
No, I
this
haven't
up.
yet.
It's really, it's basically Planet Side 2.
I would be really happy if the PlanetSide 2 was basically like similar. If it was free to play with a similar structure to Tribes
Right.
Ascend, but with the PlanetSide
Right.
2 gameplay or PlanetSide 1 gameplay, but you have the similar pay structure and leveling up
Right.
structure as Tribes Ascend. Like I've just been so fucking spoiled with Tribes Ascend that like they have really perfected
Yeah.
that free to play structure. It's so good that if in any other MMOs emulate that, and actually, quite honestly, the new Warhammer Online,
Mhm.
Wrath of Heroes, is emulating that same structure, where it's kind of arena based, free to play. You know, experience levels up your guys. You can pay to increase your experience or blah blah blah. They've been kind of emulating
And
that
for
same
people who
structure
aren't
as
aware,
well.
Planetside 2, Planetside is this open world MMO FPS where you actually take over
Yeah.
bases, you take over territory, and it's like the war is always going on. So
Is it
there's
three
three
teams
teams.
or
It's
is
the
it two
Terror
teams?
Republic, the
3 teams.
Conglomerate, and then the purple guys. The Vanu or
The
something
purple
like that.
guys.
Yeah.
I can never remember.
So
Yeah, but you're always gaining territory, losing territory, and you can drop you get these drop ships where it'll drop you right
yeah.
into the action, and you have this huge kind of world map that kind of shows you who
Yeah.
controls what territories, and that kind of affects as well as population sizes affects how much experience you get. If you go join a side that has less people playing, you get more experience, more bonuses because they want to encourage the
Right. Oh
balancing
God,
of
I used to play this
sides.
so I used to play this all the time.
God,
It's
it
so
was so
cool. It's
good.
like because with things like Battlefield 3 and whatnot, it's still like it feels big, but you're still in these small little arena areas, and this is like huge land masses you're fighting on 24/7.
It's a fucking
Yeah, and
world.
it's like, and even Brad has talked about this in the past, but people would like, we need to take over this base, so we're gonna plan like this assault at like 3 a.m. when everyone else is asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta do it early in the morning. Like you're like, all right, I'm gonna fucking set my alarm for 2 a.m. We're gonna get up. We're gonna meet up. Be ready by 2:45. We're gonna drop in by 3 o'clock, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
assault this base. We're taking over. Everybody's gonna be fucking asleep. They're not gonna know. They're not gonna get warnings.
It's
So we
awesome.
can just
See, I at the same time I was playing this, I was actually also playing World War II Online, which I loved as well. But
oh yeah.
yeah, same exact
was
sort of
another
thing.
one,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? You had this huge land masses, these everything from planes to ships to drop parachuters, all this kind of stuff. Just so much fun. And looking at this footage, I mean, it's old school. It looks like old school, like Planetside, but with a really fresh coat of paint, really beautiful fresh coat of paint on it.
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, even the original
for what it
Planetside
was, yeah, it was a
gorgeous.
gorgeous game. You know.
Well, this trailer looks pretty goddamn gorgeous.
And there's plenty of different classes. You can play some kind of infiltrator classes that allow you to stealth into different bases. There were heavier classes. There were lighter classes. Medium arm classes. You could change the loadouts. There was just an insane amount of customization.
No, it was really cool. So
I could see the only thing is like I could see them bringing this to consoles. Are they gonna do that?
I don't know because it's so big. I mean, Mag is the only thing that's been able to really do that. I don't think you're going to see something like that this generation.
Yeah, I think if they allowed the fucking Microsoft and Sony, if they allowed you to connect to your third-party servers directly from your console, you could do this. There's no reason you couldn't fucking do this. But if you have to go through Xbox Live or you have to go through PSN, then you're limited by the fucking the publisher, the console provider.
Right.
But there's no fucking reason you couldn't have
You
this on
think
console.
it could be done? What about the transfer of
yeah.
that much network information and stuff, and the fact that these consoles are
No,
pretty...
there's no more network information than there is on any kind of Battlefield 3 or Modern Warfare 2. There's no fucking reason. It's all the same amount. There's no difference.
You would
none
know.
whatsoever.
You're the back end guy. I don't know
None.
that stuff.
Yeah, you just fucking quad trees.
Should write them
an
angry letter, Bob.
No, it's because they want to have more control over what they're doing. They want to be able to control their online subscriptions, blah blah blah. They want to go through their servers. It's just a paper trail. That's the only thing that's keeping them from doing it. It's only the paper trail. What makes you think that your console is going to have less bandwidth than your PC?
Was it about the ability to process the bandwidth through the RAM? I'm
No,
talking out of
no.
my ass. I'm throwing things out there, Bob.
No. Their console is just as capable as your PC when it comes to the amount of bandwidth. You download when you're downloading it. Can your console download a patch just as fast as your PC? Yes. Yes, exactly. That's the same thing. Fucking same thing. No difference. It's just with who's providing the console and who has the network where you have to go through. If they force you to go through their private networks and then go back out, that's going to be just a fucking terrible waste of time. If you can connect from your console directly to their servers,
then what's the reason that I can't have
direct.
64-person Battlefield 3 matches on the 360?
probably it's a limit for Microsoft has for the servers that you can use to connect to the
Yeah,
360.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Mag is only on the PSN, probably because they had an exclusive deal with Sony, so that they would allow them to do a 256 or whatever number of people onto their servers. And it may be that there's probably a limit to friend requests as well, because there's a degree of integration with your friend network. So if you're trying to invite, if you have a huge server that has a huge limit, then they may be some kind of crazy limits with their internal networks. It's stupid. Like I think it's just a Microsoft and Sony artificial limit.
Well, does it have to do with server cost as well if you have more people on a server?
But the thing is, like, if it's an MMO and you pay a subscription, you play it on your console. Like, well, I mean, what?
But
People
I'll
play
tell you
Final
what,
Fantasy on a console.
subscriptions to MMOs are slowly going to be gone. It's all going to be free to play, I think, eventually.
But still, people play Final Fantasy online on their
true.
consoles. And they have
I've never played
thousands
Final
of
Fantasy
players.
online.
What's the difference? Like, really, it's just an artificial limit for the game. Like, I think it's really just a limit for whatever kind of agreement you have with the publisher or the console.
Interesting. Oh well. Well, maybe hopefully we'll see that change in the future. Let's see.
Well, we got with the
514.
Dust. I don't know. 514. Yeah, that's going to come up. That is supposed to be an integration with
and
EVE
another PSN exclusive. So PSN does seem more open to this stuff.
It seems a lot more open, and as well as the Steam Works integration was PSN exclusive as well.
Yeah, Mag wasn't
not
exclusive.
Well, with a Portal 2. So when you bought Portal 2 for the PS3, you got a PC copy because
and they integrated
was
together.
Yeah, so it seems like Sony is much more receptive to integrations in their network, third-party integrations in their network. So Microsoft is much more resistant to that. But then again, Sony got hacked.
So it all just sort of levels out.
Yeah, fuck. What the fuck are you gonna do?
All right, well, unless you guys have anything else, I might think about ending it here. This show of technical difficulties and fathers semening in their boys' soup. It's been quite the banner episode. Well, thanks everyone for coming out for Cocktail Time Live episode 4 here at 4Player Podcast. Make sure to check out the main website at 4playerpodcast.com, and we should have this show up on the website by Tuesday or Wednesday, the latest. And that's it. Thanks, Bob, for being here. Both you and Cyclone Bob. And Cyclone Bob. I like Cyclone Bob. Bob the Cyclone. That should be your wrestler name, Cyclone.
No, it makes him sound like a vacuum.
Like a weather pattern. Yeah. What are you telling me? I suck?
No, you're a wonderful human being. And thank you, Chris Davis. Appreciate you being on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Everyone have a good night. Later.
Ludicrous speed